Our final game of the night. One night ago, we had an absolute thriller. Middle Tennessee knocking off Louisiana Tech. What does tonight have in store? Western Kentucky controls it. And we'll get our first look at Don McHenry. Western Kentucky 19-11 on the season, 8-8 in Conference USA play. McHenry has it on the wing. Gets it inside to Babacar Faye. He leans in, getting to that right hand, takes a little contact, no whistle. The follow, not there. Pretty good look by Tyrone Marshall, but it rims off. One theme we've seen in this tournament as well, and that is exemplifying it. These officials have let these dudes play. It has been physical. Cook with the basketball. He has been hot of late. Hoists the first three off the mark. Pulled down by Western Kentucky. And they like to run when they get the opportunity.
Yeah, we mentioned it. The highest scoring offense in Conference USA this year.
And they are on the board.
They can play on the half court, don't get me wrong, but when they can get out and run a little bit, they love doing that.
Tyrone Marshall knocks it down from three. This is a team that scores just over 80 points a ball game, best in the conference. But on the other side, as we talked about, and during this four-game losing streak, they've given up almost 83 a contest. It's been a struggle. That shot off the mark. Faye pulls the rebound. And a lot of it, in talking to Steve Lutz, he feels like it's just focus. Just locking in, paying attention to those details on the defensive end. They're certainly capable of playing better defensively than they have. Faye gets it, spins baseline. A lot of contact, goes up on the other side of the rim, and it falls off. It'll be fun watching Faye and Ezeagu battle in the post. As Cook goes driving baseline, he goes up with a reverse layup attempt. That's no good. Now it's McHenry weaving through traffic. Allen spots up from three.
Oh, shot.
Right on the money. Dante Allen with the triple. It's been a couple of threes here early for Western Kentucky.
Pushing in transition. New Mexico State a little slow getting matchups. Big shot right there. Allen.
And off to Cook, gets in the paint. Goes up with the right hand. No, offensive rebound and a foul call. It's Casey Ezeagu who got the rebound, and then fouled by Dante Allen.
Yeah, Cook, I mean, he's taking a shot. He's taking a couple drives. He's really trying to get himself started, which I like about him.
Well, he's
been a little more aggressive.
Yeah, he's been scoring it well here lately. Over 17 a game in his last 5. So Ezeagu heads to the free throw line. 51% free throw shooter on the year. Front iron's the first one. New Mexico State has had an adversity-filled season, to say the least. Had players leave the program during the season, suspensions. Jason Hooten saying, we've got 8 scholarship guys. These guys are going to give me everything they have.
Yeah. But he's kept them focused through all that craziness.
They finished the season with back-to-back wins. They finished as the 6th seed. As that one knocked loose, fortunate, Western Kentucky kept the basketball. Marshall swings it.
Yeah, Howard into the game now in the post.
Kick out 3, too strong. And the rebound pulled down by New Mexico State. Jackson Posey handles the ball. He had 10 in the last game of the regular season for the Aggies. Now getting to the rim for 2 is Jaden Harris. Harris has played well against Western Kentucky this year. 18 points in the first meeting, 13 in the second.
Yeah, nice drive right there.
The big fella trying to get a little space, and Rodney Howard able to lay it up and in.
Yeah, they got a kind of a 1-2 punch down there between Faye and Howard. You see those guys all night kind of subbing in for each other.
Howard's the 6th man of the year in the conference. Well, that was a shot to the face. Oda Cali just got slapped across the face as he went up for that jump shot.
Yeah, you had to call that one. But, yeah, when you got a 6th man coming off the bench like Howard, there's Harris's penetration. Nice little up and under.
So Oda Cali to the free throw line, 13 all-conference. And this is the first.
Yeah, we highlighted him, and I mean, he just does so much for this team. I mean, points, 6.6 rebounds a game, 3 assists a game. Just such a versatile player.
And can't convert at the free throw line. So New Mexico State has started the ballgame 0 of 4 from the stripe. Henry gets an open look from 3. That was way off the mark. And the Aggies have an opportunity to cut into this 6-point deficit. The spin, the kick, corner 3 coming. Off the mark, long rebound out to Cook. He'll pull up from the elbow. Take his turn and knocks it down. Christian Cook, an underrated scorer in this league, gives you about 11 a game. Western Kentucky attacks the other way, and Brandon Newman draws the foul. You can't relax with this Hilltopper squad.
You got to get back and get your defense set. It's something they do very well.
They're going to go to the free throw line coming out of the timeout, as Brandon Newman was fouled just before we stepped aside, so he'll head to the line for a couple. Newman is over 10 points a ball game for Western Kentucky, misses the first. A transfer from Purdue. He and Steve Lutz have a long history. Lutz helped recruit him to Purdue, and Lutz was on Boilermaker staff. They end up reuniting here with Western Kentucky this season. It's 1 and 2 to go. A little pressure shown now by the Hilltoppers. Jackson Posey passes it off. That's Jonathan Kenyanga, who just checked into the ball game. The handoff. The shot fading away from the hoop a bit off the mark, and pulling down the rebound was Newman. Henry, lightning quick with the ball in his hands. A little hesitation, rises up, off the mark. He hasn't been able to really get it going offensively just yet. And quickly New Mexico State the other way. Harris pulls up. That goes down.
Tough shot by Harris. Saw him just make a really nice drive. That time pulls a little 17-footer.
He's got 4 early points. Henry kicks out. Contested 3-ball off the mark. Offensive rebound, and that foul is going to be called on Jaden Harris.
Yeah, we just mentioned that in the keys. They want to crash that offensive glass. Howard, big body, long arms, gets him one right there, and a foul.
Well, in the 2 meetings this season, the home team won both, but you go back to the first meeting. New Mexico State won 72-70 back on January 18th. New Mexico State trailed by 23 in the second half. Closed the game on a 41-17 run, including hitting 12 threes in that game, the most they hit in any conference game. And you have to think in Western Kentucky, the back of their mind somewhere, that's one that they're like, man, we let that one get away. And they know that, you know, obviously they cannot take the foot off the pedal here tonight.
Yeah, ones like that can haunt you. But, yeah, I mean, that just kind of shows New Mexico State has some offensive punch, too.
Right.
And they got some guys that they can, you know, turn it up in transition and score quick as well.
Newman gets in the paint, jump stop, draws the foul. So Western Kentucky aggressive.
Yeah, see, and that sort of goes to the key of New Mexico State has, you got to protect that paint. Not just from, you know, the bigs like Howard, but on those drives. If guys like Newman can get in there that deep, nothing good is going to happen. If you're New Mexico State, it's going to be fouls or lay-ins.
That foul called on Odekali, his first. One more for Newman, member of Conference USA All-Academic team, in addition to what he provides on the court for the Hilltoppers. 10-6. Western Kentucky with the early lead. They have led from the jump here tonight. A lot of dribbling by Jordan Rawls. Now gives it up to Nyanga. Kicks to the corner. Nice wide open 3, and it goes down. It's Naj Petway with the triple.
Great ball movement by New Mexico State. Used the ball screen. 2 quick passes. Finds a wide open Rawls in the corner.
Petway, he had 19 in the first meeting between these two teams. He starts hot here tonight. Newman takes his turn from three. That rattles out. Offensive rebound, the dribble, and the lay-in. Rodney Howard is a load down there. 6'11".
A beast.
He takes up some space.
And again, that is right in their wheelhouse. Western Kentucky, they love crashing that glass, getting second chance opportunities.
And right now, too, with Ezeagu out of the ball game, not many guys can match up with Rodney Howard in the post. A little floater in the lane. Rawls knocks it down. Averages about 8.5 a ball game. Henry behind the back dribble, gives it up. Drives, strong take to the rim, and drawing the foul that time is Enoch Kalambe. So he'll get himself to the free throw line. Here's that offensive board a moment ago.
Yeah, I mean, that's just all about effort. Finding a seam, getting his big body in there, and that's going to be huge.
You know, it was interesting. We talked with Steve Lutz earlier today, and the Howard Sixth Man of the Year. He was talking about the depth that this team has. And it was really interesting the way that he talked about it. He's like, he referenced Tay Hardy, the UTEP guard who leads the conference in minutes played. And Western Kentucky doesn't have a player within the top 20 in minutes played. And he goes, you know, Tay Hardy has played 4.5 more games, the equivalent of 4.5 more games than Don McHenry has. And he says that shows up in tournament time. He said you can't save a guy's legs a week out.
That's right.
You do it over the course of the season. And he is very confident. He goes 3 games in 3 days, no problem. We have been building for this, and we have been saving minutes throughout the year to be able to go on a run like that.
Yeah, and as you save those minutes, you get guys valuable experience.
Yeah.
So now you can call on guys that have had game minutes and played successfully, and the lights are not too bright when they get in a situation like that.
Ball deflected, taken away by Kalambe.
So it's a win-win when you can kind of have a bench that's deep enough to get a lot of guys in, like Western Kentucky does.
On the flip side, New Mexico State kind of has to lean on more of a core group. They don't go as deep on the bench. Odekali going to be a big part of, if they're able to succeed here tonight, the drive baseline deflected out of bounds. It will stay with New Mexico State. Odekali, a guy who Jason Hooten says, you know, in the last month, he's been a top 5 player in the league. He believes he has been one of the best. He goes, I know he is 3rd team all conference, but in the last month, he's been one of the very best in this league.
Yeah, he sure has, and that's why I really wanted to highlight him. His play, and again, a guy that just, aside from his stats, he is just a tough competitor.
Spinning in the lane, that one partially blocked, stuck with it and laid it in. Right on cue, Naz.
He's fierce. Look, he's talking to his teammate. Communication out there.
The feed inside, Babacar Faye kicks to the corner, they swing it. Allen gets squared for a good look, too strong. Long rebound though, corralled by Western Kentucky, and the lay-in. Christian Lander just checks in and immediately makes an impact.
Second chance opportunities continue to haunt New Mexico State.
Lander, one of those kind of unheralded guys. He gives you almost 9 a game.
Yeah.
You don't talk about him with all the other talent on the floor, but he has been fantastic for them throughout the year.
Nice move by Ezeagu, just did not fall for the big fella.
Freshman Moore tried to turn the corner, slipped a little bit, now spins back into contact. Ball knocked away and taken away by the Aggies. Quickly the other way. That one struck from behind. How about that? The quick hands by Dante Allen. Behind the back dribble to the rack. The finger roll goes down.
That was beautiful. A steal on one end, coast to coast. Behind the back, a little razzle-dazzle finger roll. Beautiful by Allen. But should not let that take away from the year both of those guys had.
Louisiana Tech upset last night by Middle Tennessee, and actually, Nez, had 4 games thus far. It's been the lower seed, 3 of them. Now, we kind of came in to this conference tournament saying if the regular season was any indication, it could get crazy. And
it has.
It kind of has. It may get crazier. Mexico State's able to pull this one off. How about the swat? Now the bucket and the foul. Oh my! What a sequence!
That was an unbelievable block.
Marshall came in with the rejection and then got his hand caught up in the net.
The basket goes. It probably would have been basket interference, but tell me there's guys out there that don't want to win this game.
Oh.
Buy-in and everybody giving great effort.
So it's down to just a 2-point advantage for Western Kentucky.
Again, we knew, we talk about the upsets, you just knew this one was going to be a dogfight. Living up to the billing already.
Lander gets rid of it. McHenry handles on the wing, steps back, three-pointer, left is short. McHenry scoreless tonight, and the last few games, he just has not been himself when it comes to scoring the basket.
Yeah.
Just 6.5 points per game in his last two contests.
And again, I think I've seen him take some quick ones tonight. I think he's really trying to get himself going, and you can kind of understand how he feels, like you mentioned.
That was a little off of that. Pump fake, steps into it, knocks it down. And we are knotted up at 18 apiece.
Man, Petway hit that one in the three-pointer from the corner. Little pull-up jumper right there.
He's got 8 points to lead the way for the Aggies. That one nearly stolen by Petway, and now it is taken away by the Aggies. Ball loose, taken back by Western Kentucky. Allen to the rim, partially blocked. And a foul's going to be called as looks like they're going to get that one on Ezeagu.
Yeah, Allen went right into the body of Ezeagu.
It has been so physical in this tournament, you're almost surprised when there actually is a whistle. That rattles out. One more coming for Dante Allen. Young man plays first 2 seasons at Kentucky before transferring to the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, we've got a few real quality transfers, and that's the day and age in which we live. But Coach Lutz got a couple guys into the fold from big-time programs.
Everyone is getting transfers. The great ones are good in the selection process, right? Putting the pieces together. Oh, tough take. Oda Cali looked like that one might get pinned to the glass, but the strong move puts New Mexico State on top.
Strong finish by Oda Cali.
And off to Newman. Crossover, nearly slipped. Now pump fake, got his man in the air, and that's going to be another foul on Oda Cali, his second.
Really smart move by Newman. Picked up his dribble, had Oda Cali all over him, that pump fake. Got him leaning, caused the foul.
From Oda Cali on the other end, able to kind of just shield Faye enough. So this will be the 9th and 10th free throws already for Western Kentucky. They've only made 4 thus far, but they are getting to the line an awful lot here early on.
It's another category that they're at the top of Conference USA. Free throw attempts. Again, that's into that style in which they play. They play so fast, get defenders back on their heels, transition, and then either to slow that down and get on the half court, they have guys that can really attack the rim.
Jack Edelin in the ball game for the first time for Western Kentucky. Cook, and he stepped out of bounds. You saw him look down, try to see where he was on the floor, just too late as that heel ended up out of bounds, and the turnover gives it back to the Hilltoppers. Western Kentucky shooting just 33% from the field. It hasn't been easy. In fact, a lot of what they've gotten has been second chance stuff. Like the first look hasn't been there. Allenbeck kicks it out.
Yeah, the Aggies defense has really been aggressive and doing the job.
How about the 3 ball? Columbe knocks it down.
You kind of see, and they've got so many ways that they can hurt you.
That's usually not one of them. Colombe from 16 from deep on the year, but they'll take it. As that one poked away, it will stay with the Aggies. That three ball is like found money. He'll take it. You don't count on it. Jackson Posey handles the basketball, looking, trying to be inside. Knocked away and stolen by Western Kentucky.
They did a nice job of getting around.
Newman just lost the handle as he went up. Just lost the basketball, and it's taken the other way. Cook walks into a three-pointer. That's off the mark. Good look doesn't fall, and the Hilltoppers quickly attacking the other way.
Yeah, make or miss, man. They get the ball up the floor really quick. That's a trait of a good team.
First in the nation in adjusted tempo. Go inside to Babacar Faye. Looking up, kicks it across. Elam had an open look. Instead passes to Newman. The extra pass, and it pays off.
Great unselfishness by Elam. Newman had his feet set, caught it in rhythm, makes it count.
Elam, a guy plays just over 8 minutes a game, so not out there a ton. But giving them some good minutes here in the first half.
Yeah, and you just saw what he does best. Run offense, move that ball, get it to shooters and scorers.
This Western Kentucky crowd trying to urge on its defense. Cook. They swing it. Petway lines up a three. That's off the mark and chased down by Western Kentucky. Little contact, left it short, fight for the rebound, and out of bounds. That was Colombe who landed with a foot on the line, and it'll give it back to New Mexico State after the timeout. Well, listen, it is not
going to force shots, and he's not going to take bad shots just to get himself going. I mean, he's got great confidence in his teammates, but I know, he's feeling like, man, I really want to help my team. I want to get untracked here. And the last few games, like you said, Matt, it's just been tough for him.
So New Mexico State with the ball trailing by 5. In a lot of ways, it's felt like Western Kentucky's controlled things tonight, but look up, just a 5-point game.
Yeah, New Mexico State has found a way to just grind some points. They've not come easy, but they've gotten enough to keep this thing really close.
A 7-second chance point for the Aggies. Tough fadeaway, no. Batted out. This one corralled by Western Kentucky. Newman going to set up some offense here. Hands off to Allen. Allen Bay now gives it up. Newman, they're looking in the post. They're trying to get it into Rodney Howard, covered up pretty well by Ezeagu.
They're trying to swing it around and give him another look at it.
Denied. How about that block? Christian Cook got a hand on it. Rawls gives it to Cook. Thought about the three. Rawls now gets it. Ezeagu, free throw line, lowers the shoulder and then missed everything. Well, he delivered on some contact there.
Well, you knocked Colombe back. You're saying something.
Allen walks into a three-ball. That's pure.
I mean, you're kind of seeing why Allen was recruited at the highest level. He's got length, athleticism, and a beautiful stroke from three.
He was Mr. Basketball in the state of Kentucky. And as he was the 11th most points in Kentucky high school basketball history when it was all said and done. He can fill it up.
Sure can.
That one nearly picked off, and it will stay with New Mexico State. Elam just left it off. Yep. Allen knocks it down. 10-0 run for Western Kentucky now over the last 4 minutes.
Beautiful high release there. But yeah, you're seeing this Western Kentucky team. I mean, they'll run in transition and try to get all the way to the rim, but they got guys filling lanes, and again, if they have to run a little offense, they are very comfortable doing that too.
Look, step back three ball. That's off the mark.
Yeah, he's trying to get himself going too. The Aggies need him in the scoring column tonight.
Allen Bay swings it, Edelin in the corner, and a whistle away from the ball. And I believe this one's going to go on New Mexico State. Slider Kanyanga gets whistled for his second.
Yeah, he kind of just tried to get his body into Howard coming across the paint. but kind of impeded his progress too much.
So 17 fouls on the Aggies. That's going to send Howard to the stripe. He's a 65% free throw shooter. It's the first. Howard, he's been a well-traveled player himself. It's been his first 3 seasons. It's been his first season at Georgia and then 3 seasons at Georgia Tech. So he's played some big-time basketball as well. And he has been, we talked about, such a big player for them off the bench this season, giving them 10 points a ball game. Now that one kind of thrown into no man's land, deflected, and they say that's New Mexico State ball. I'm not so sure about that. It looked like Edelin deflected it off of Christian Cook. So the Aggies may catch a break there as they retain possession. A little pressure here from Western Kentucky. Just under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Balls has it top of the key, gets a screen from Harris. Trying to get free. The switch, he's got the big on him now. Trying to get free of Howard, can't do it.
Good job by the big fella guarding the dribble.
Cook, contested 3. Oh my, tough 3 ball goes down for Christian Cook. And they needed that in the worst way.
They needed it, and Christian Cook needed it too.
Into Howard, he had it from point-blank range, couldn't hit, got his own miss. And now tied up. Now they're going to get a whistle, a foul going against New Mexico State. Look at this 3 ball from Cook. Well defended.
Yeah. Step back, create some distance. Beautiful shot right there.
Now Cook whistled for the foul on the other end. Gets Howard back to the line. Kind of feel like if New Mexico State's going to spring the upset today, Christian Cook's going to have one of those nights. We'll see if that gets him warmed up a little bit.
Yeah, and again, if you can get some contributions, Petway's hit a couple, Harris has hit a couple. Then you get to this thing, we've kind of said this the last few days, you're going to need a little bit of something from everybody. But certainly your stars have to shine, and yeah, Christian Cook has got to have a big night for them to make a run.
Howard gets both free throws to go. He has 8 points. And made all 4 of his free throws, so the big fella stroking it well tonight.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams where he'd be a starter.
No doubt.
I mean, you could bring him off the bench. He's got a great soft touch, strong body down in the paint.
Whistle, that foul going to go against Howard, I believe. That's his first. Just the 4th team foul on Western Kentucky. The Hilltoppers just keep coming at you in waves. There's just so many guys they can run out there, and they don't seem to miss a beat. Henry back in the game now for them. Ezeagu just working his way down to about 3 feet, rising up and finishing.
Yeah, made contact a couple times and then created some space with that big body. Nice little soft baby hook. Yeah, Howard called for the ball on that one.
Into the chest of Ezeagu, bucket and the foul.
Yeah, he came across the paint calling for that ball, sensed the advantage and made it count.
How about the impact Rodney Howard's made in the first half? Main thing he feels like is feeling confident. He's like, even if you haven't been playing well, as a coach, you've got to find a way to instill that confidence so guys are playing fast and free. And, I mean, it looks like they're doing exactly that so far tonight.
Yeah, and he talked about kind of recommitting possession by possession. And again, spoken from a guy who has well-traveled in NCAA tournaments, knows what he's talking about.
So a double-digit lead now. Matches the largest lead of the game for Western Kentucky. Fadeaway jumper too strong. Rebound pulled down by Christian Lander. Henry handles the ball. They leave him all alone. Top of the key 3, that's off the mark. He just cannot get it going tonight. Mexico State fortunate that they forgot all about him. He was standing there all by himself.
Well, Howard's picked up the slack, Allen as well. But again, you just want to be at your best, and they're not if Don McHenry is not scoring.
Cook fading away on that three off the mark.
Yeah, he never quite got all the way squared up. He was kind of right in front of us. We had a really good look. He was still kind of angled off to the side, so miss on the shot there.
Last 2:48 if you're New Mexico State. But man, you can just get this down. You keep it at 8 or 6.
Yeah.
Single digits.
Single digits, yep, you'll be feeling good.
Stay in this ball game. Give yourself a chance to regroup at the half. 3. Left short. The rebound on the move for Petway. Gives it to Cook. A little hesitation. The drive and the lay-in. So Christian Cook now with 7. Western Kentucky quickly moves the other way. Lander gets in the paint. Hands off. Colin Bay kicks it out. McHenry going to try again. The left-handed stroke. That one goes down. And you see him kind of look up in the air like, finally.
And he hits a shot, but Coach Lutt's not going to let him enjoy it. He said, you missed an assignment as Christian Cook turned the corner on you on that possession before.
Steve Lutz saying, I know we can score.
Yes.
I want stops.
Yes, I want defense, and I want defense and intensity.
Rawls cross-court pass, and it's blocked. There's a little intensity. Calabay steps out of bounds as he gathered it, but what a block as he hustled across the court.
He's made some really nice plays today, Colin Bay has. Yeah, it's just that he didn't establish himself before he caught the ball after a great block.
Third block of the night for the Hilltoppers. Tough angle to inbound from Rawls with the catch. 12 on the shot clock. Rawls dribbles into the teeth of that defense, hands it off, denied. Oh, Petway had it sent back. Rodney Howard says, I don't know where you think you're going with that. There are no easy lay-ins tonight.
I was kind of expecting Petway to kick it out, knowing that Howard was right on his hip.
So 3.9 on the shot clock. Maggie's going to have to get something quick. Cook, 3 ball, too strong. Fight for the rebound, and McHenry, heady play. Knew he couldn't grab it, just tapped it to a teammate. Colin Bay with a lane, and he gets fouled. They are, I'm telling you, they just have so many weapons, and you have to respect them from 3. But then they have guys that are strong enough, they take it off the bounce, they can get to the rim. They are so multifaceted offensively.
Yeah, and they don't give you much time to get set. So it's like you're running back, you're trying to find your matchup, and next thing you know, they are right on top of you. Like you said, driving into the paint or pulling up for a quick shot in transition.
Free throw well off the mark. Colin Bay is 63% free throw shooter on the year.
And still kind of in that danger zone. I mean, if you're New Mexico State, you need a couple buckets. You got to keep this thing around 10. Certainly better if you can get it to single digits, but they really need a basket here in this possession.
Colin Bay and McHenry, JUCO teammates at Indian Hills Community College. So a little 2-for-1 out of that JUCO for Western Kentucky, and it has paid off in a big way. Foul called on Hilltoppers. That's still just the 15th foul. I think we got Dante Allen on the whistle. Steve Lutt's not too sure. Deegan Moore gonna check in. Moore, good-looking freshman for WKU. Hasn't really made an impact so far tonight, but has really played well down the stretch. Rawls has the big man on it, gives it up. Corner 3 on the way, left short. And the rebound snatched and then knocked out of bounds. The official looking at each other, and they will point the way of Western Kentucky. Colombe just had it knocked out of his hands. Marengo almost looked like he touched it last and he threw it up into the backside of the backboard. Let's take a look.
There's a deflection right there, but
yeah, I'm not so sure when he went to rip it away that wasn't off him. As it is, Hilltoppers get the ball. Just over a minute to play here in half number 1. Newman turned around, thought about launching, thought better of it. We go inside. Howard, strong catch, had it knocked away, gets it back, puts it on the deck. Rising up, couldn't get the roll, but a whistle inside. And the fouls are kind of starting to mount on New Mexico State. We mentioned not a ton of depth anyway.
And you're seeing why a huge part of Western Kentucky's offense is getting themselves to the free throw line. I mean, they're just relentless attacking on the offense. Then they're on the offensive glass as well. And
that was a 3rd foul on Jonathan Kenyanga.
Big part of their scoring comes from getting themselves to the free throw line.
Western Kentucky, this will be their 19th free throw in the first half. So even though they've only made 11, 61%, you get there that much, it ends up being a good thing. Howard knocks it down. 12 points for the big man as he has a seat, gets a nice round of applause from the Western Kentucky faithful.
I know he's done some work in this first half.
13-point advantage, largest lead of the night. Cook passes to the wing. Long 2, that's good. Jordan Rawls knocks it down. Boy, you don't see many of those these days. One step inside the 3-point line.
Yeah, he gets one of my gold stars this week. I'm handing them out for 15 to 17-foot jumpers.
You're on Paul Nazigan's all mid-range team. Congratulations, Jordan Rawls. Timeout on the floor. They got to think, a game like this, physical too, that depth is only going to continue to pay dividends moving on later into this ballgame.
Yeah, here's your thing. The turnaround tomorrow is very quick.
It's true.
As the men switch to the early afternoon, Yeah,
the winner of this one plays at 2 o'clock tomorrow. So you have the late night game here this evening, afternoon game tomorrow. The winner to face Middle Tennessee. Now 5 seconds difference between shot and game clock. Faye has the ball on the wing. Hands off. Lander trying to create between the legs. Gonna have to put one up. Not sure they're aware. They are not, and a shot clock violation. So New Mexico State gets the stop. A chance now. Maybe get a bucket. Go to the locker room.
Yeah, they got 4.2 seconds. If they can get the inbounds, you want to get the inbounds to a guy that's on the move. If he can catch it on the move, a dribble or two, you can go coast to coast in 4 seconds.
Harris tried to throw it in. Deflected, stolen away, and the dunk is missed. Oh my! Christian Lander had a chance to put the exclamation point on the half, and he just missed it.
Great steal by Colombe and save. Yeah, he's mad at himself, but it's a great hustle play, and a monumental step because of the way the program was in disarray. So again, coaching a season is hard enough, let alone he's had to literally start from ground zero, and what a task. But he's up for the task, and he's gonna get this thing turned around.
Yeah, they might want to get the racquetballs off. So they were about to put the ball in play, but the racket basketball's still out there. That would have been.
There's a few guys on the court that would love to play with 2 or 3 basketballs.
Absolutely.
They're not getting enough shots.
Yeah. So now we're going. Odekale thought about the 3. Drives in the paint. Pump fakes a couple of times. Now has to kick it out. A good job covering that up. And now a shot in the lane. Off the mark. Offensive rebound. Kick out to Cook. New Mexico State working hard on the glass to get another opportunity. Knifing through the lane. No. Jaden Harris couldn't get that shot to go. Western Kentucky pushes the tempo. Henry handles the basketball. The crossover. He has that side of the floor clear if he wants to take it. Tried to go with the left hand. Just hit off the side of the backboard. So now it's Odekale's turn.
Yeah, and Femi's got to get himself going. Nice shot right there. I mean, they need him to get going. They need Cook to get going.
Open look from three. That goes down. Pretty stroke from Dante Allen. He's got 11.
Couple threes and another jumper. I mean, he just gets high release, beautiful backspin. Pretty.
O'Calley backs it out. Working on Babacar Faye. Gonna launch it from three-point range. That's off the mark. McHenry, pass up ahead. Newman in rhythm three. Too strong. Faye hits the deck hard, and I think we're gonna get a foul on New Mexico State. Two guys going for the basketball.
Yeah, that's a hard call. It's a free ball. Both guys make an effort for it.
It's kind of one of those where you feel like you have to call something.
Yeah, Faye hit so hard on the ground, but
and that's O'Calley, and that's number 3. They really had no choice but to leave him out there. Allen off the screen, free ball off the mark, and the rebound pulled by Jonathan Kenyanga. O'Calley swings it now to Cook. He's going to launch a deep triple. High arcing three goes down. Well, the guys that they need to get going, O'Calley and Christian Cook, they're looking for their shots here early in the second half.
Each got a basket already. Again, just little by little, just chunk it into that lead. Now you got to do it at this end too. You got to get stops.
Lander has it. Thought about the three. Get it to Allen. A lot of contact. Wow, that was a collision. No whistle. We head the other way, and it's nearly stolen as Marshall got a hand on it. I'm telling you, Naz, and this is a physical league anyway.
It is.
This tournament has been ultra physical. Look at bang. Look at that collision right there. This tournament not for the faint of heart.
For the frail of body.
Yeah, right. Talk about 3 games in 3 days. I don't know how you hold up through it all. O'Calley, and now a little touch foul going against Tyrone Marshall. O'Calley has kicked the aggressiveness up a notch on the offensive end here in the first few minutes of the second half. Official, no, over here, fellas. We're inbounding it from the side. Petway to trigger it. Looking, and a foul is gonna bail him out as we were very fast approaching a 5-second call. I think they got Marshall on the foul. And that is his 3rd foul. So he will check out, and Enoch Colombe checks in. He provided some really good minutes in the first half.
When you're seeing that depth on that Western Kentucky side, a lot of guys can come in and give you a lot of different looks.
Poked away and stolen. Lander, full head of steam, lobbed it up. I don't know who his intended receiver was.
He said, I got 3 guys ahead of me. I'm just going to throw it up there.
Typically, you don't like a lot of receivers in the same area. It worked out fine on that attempt. Western Kentucky loves to get out on the break. They cash it in there, and now a 3-ball from Rawls. And as you said, they need to find it from 3-point range. And Cook's certainly trying.
Yeah, Cook's hit one, and then that one right there by Rawls. But it's this end that they've got to tighten down.
Allen feeling it. 3-ball. Looked good out of his hand, a little strong. Petway comes away with it. Now it's their turn to push. Cook on the wing. Oh, hesitation, the blow by, and a foul call. Late whistle as Allen thought he got a piece of the ball.
I think it's the right call. I think he got him on the hand right as Cook was releasing the ball.
Take another look. Yeah, you saw it. So good call.
Yeah, the whistle was a little late, but that was the right call.
Christian Cook to the line. This is the first. Cook tonight, 10 points. Transfer from Northeastern State, where he scored 16 a game a season ago. New Mexico State, as that one goes through, now just 2 of 7 from the free throw line. Haven't gotten there a lot. When they haven't been able to convert.
They're going to need every one of those tonight.
Freshman Moore in there now, gives it up. Oh, great pass. Open three, off the mark. Newman could not connect off the feed from Lander.
Yeah, that was a nice little wraparound pass.
Petway backs it out. Oda Cali now top of the key.
He gets for a ball screen. They got a switch there. He's got the advantage.
Driving in, scoops it up. No offensive rebound and the putback. Iziagu muscling his way in, and now what do we have here? The official stop and play. And I don't know what that was. All right, we play on. Lander, full head of steam. Takes it all the way and lays it in. Boy, he is a dude that plays fast, and he seems like one of those guys that's just as fast with the ball as he is without it. He had 19 points in the first meeting with New Mexico State earlier this year. Has 4 tonight off the bench. Cook takes the handoff, steps back, jumper from the elbow, no. Long rebound pulled down by Western Kentucky. 7-point advantage. Swing it around. Quiet night for the freshman Moore. How about that move? Made the all-freshman team. The kid out of Dry Ridge, Kentucky, Tegan Moore with his first bucket.
He's had a great year. Great, especially last month probably, but nice move right there. Get another hard contact with no call.
Yeah. Oda Cali runs through. Yagu trying to get rid of it. Bounces one. Dangerous pass. Cook tracks it down. 7 on the shot clock. Pulls up. Difficult shot as he pretty much ended up in his own bench. Western Kentucky gives you no time to celebrate.
That's right.
They feed the post. Howard. Great first half. Hands it off. Now wants it right back if they can find it. Lander gonna drive in the paint, reverse layup, good.
Howard was posting up and demanded so much attention. He almost got a player and a half, and Lander was able to squeak by on the dribble, came out the other side for a real nice reverse layup.
This is just another example of the depth of this team. As that feed, that's a goaltend. That'll count it for Petway. Your first team all-conference guard, McHenry, is out. You bring in Lander, and this team doesn't miss a beat. Western Kentucky leads it by 7. Like not a lot of huge impact freshmen in the conference this season, a lot of veteran players, but you see guys like Moore, who as the season progresses becomes a bigger and bigger part, and my goodness, you can see the potential. The kid doesn't look like a freshman out there. So Western Kentucky basketball, 7-point advantage. New Mexico State, they shoot almost 55% in the second half. It's just getting stops on this end. Haven't been able to do it.
Yeah, they've come out, and like we said, you got to attack and get some points, but it takes both ends.
Moore can't connect. The follow, no good. One more time, no.
What is that, Columbe up there?
But Columbe will get himself to the stripe. Columbe just doing all the dirty work.
Yeah, he sure is. He got that block.
He has been.
In the first half, he's on the glass.
All
he's banging
energy.
around in the paint.
Goes to the free throw line for a couple. He's 3 of 4 from the stripe tonight.
6 points. 6 rebounds. Yeah, I mean, he's just, again, adding to the depth of a really good Western Kentucky team.
Junior out of Quebec. Slow, deliberate free throw routine, but it's working out just fine for him as he knocks that down. 8 points tonight.
They run up and down, so I would do the same thing. I'd take every bit of my 10 seconds before I had to shoot it.
He's looking inside. Iziagu battling in the paint, goes up with the right hand. That was a pretty move.
Sure was. Battle the big guys down there. That was nice. Oh,
now a steal. Odekali couldn't convert. He'll go to the free throw line, but had it from point-blank range with a chance for a and-one opportunity and just couldn't lay it in.
Great reaction. I mean, they tried to just lob it over him. Yeah, look at this. Look at these big bodies banging. Iziagu, nice little baby hook for 2.
Iziagu, a guy, as you see Odekali with the free throw line, but Iziagu, a guy, he had a year at UTEP, 2 years at K-State, a year at Sam Houston, and then came to New Mexico State for Jason. He's played for a third of Conference USA now. Not many guys can say that. The Aggies come up empty to strike. Oh my! The rejection for Iziagu. And now a 3 at the other end. Doesn't fall. Iziagu the rebound. It's denied. Got it back again. Threw it up. No. They're volleyballing it off the backboard. And somehow Western Kentucky comes away with it. And Colin Bay lays it in at the other end.
Man, it was tip drill down here on one end. And I don't even know how the ball came out of there. But Moore, great job. Beautiful bounce pass. Right in rhythm. The 2 more transition points.
Iziagu was working so hard on that possession and then came up empty and saw it go the other way for a quick 2. Mexico State gets 1 bucket back there from Rawls. Swings to the freshman. They're trying to feed the post. They get it into Howard. Pump fake, it's back to the right hand. Pretty move, soft touch. First points in the second half for Rodney Howard.
Set him up to the inside. Beautiful pivot to the baseline side. Nice hook.
And Mexico State looking into their big man, and a foul is going to be called on Howard. He's called for the foul and takes the wrong end of that collision. That'll get us to the under 12 timeout. Boy, the big boys are doing some work down low.
Get out of the way.
Western Kentucky leads it by 9. But guys have just continued to kind of play in their role. And while they have, sure, every coach would love that guy. And I think the kind of selflessness of this team has still allowed it to have the kind of success it's had. Everybody wants that one leader that they can look to. They have a kind of a bunch of maybe a lead by committee kind of deal.
Yeah.
It's working for them.
It's a good committee. Iziagu, nice play down in the paint there.
Howard kind of trapped, able to get it out. Swing the ball. Now try to go back to him on the other side. Nice catch, difficult catch, and he laid it in for 2.
Great movement around the basket. On the 1 block, doesn't have it. Team works the ball around.
But as we said earlier, New Mexico State is making some things happen offensively. They just cannot find a way to keep Western Kentucky from scoring. Now the block, loose ball, taken away.
2-on-1 here.
Newman fouled on the shot attempt.
Yeah, it's been at 9. It's just sort of been stuck at 9 for the longest time, kind of trading baskets. They can't seem to cut that deficit.
That was the 3rd block of the game for Rodney Howard. As he's been the star of the show tonight. Newman to the free throw line. Redshirt senior. The first of all. Good mix, kind of, you look at this Western Kentucky roster. You've got the veterans that have been around, played a lot of ball. You've got some of the younger guys like we've seen with Tegan Moore. They get to learn, grow under them a little bit.
Yeah, you got some transfers that are experienced guys. You got some guys that sort of have been in the program already. And I think you got size, you've got quickness, you've got skills. You got rest. Like top to bottom, and that's why a lot of people feel like these guys could really make a run to the championship, maybe win it all.
11-point advantage for the Hilltoppers. Cook has it on the wing. Drives. Boy, how in the world? He kind of pulled that ball out with the right hand to avoid the shot blocker and Tyrone Marshall.
Yeah, one-handed little 10-footer.
Wow. And now at the other end, bucketing the foul.
Man, Marshall got tired of sitting over there on the bench with foul trouble. Said, I'm taking this to the rack. Beautiful shot and the foul.
You think you get kind of a momentum play, like this difficult shot at one end, like, oh, maybe that'll get the Aggies going. And 3 seconds later, it's at the other end. They're
running it down your throat.
That's exactly right. And he converts the three-point play. They stretch this lead to 12. Jackson Posey goes inside. Ezeagu. And a foul call. It's going to go on Howard. That'll be his third.
Let's give him a forearm to the back, just trying to ride Ezeagu off the block.
Howard will have a seat. Babacar Faye checks back into the ball game along with Tegan Moore.
Sorry, you get to bring Faye in. Again, not the body and strength of Howard, but you got a guy with a little longer arms, a little more shot blocking or shot altering ability.
That one deflected out of bounds. It will remain with New Mexico State. .10:08 to go here in this quarterfinal game. It's been all Western Kentucky so far tonight. They haven't been able to land that knockout blow. Credit New Mexico State. They've hung around. They've kept it at most a 13-point lead for Western Kentucky, but for the most part, it's been around 8 or 9.
They've hit shots. They just have not gotten the stops they needed.
Rawls passes to the corner, and stepping out of bounds was Jaden Harris. That'll be the 9th turnover of the night, giving it back to Western Kentucky. Both teams shooting over 50% from the field here in the second half. Henry, good feed. Faye, pump fake, missed the short one, and it's taken away by Jaden Harris. Rawls beats his man and has it denied, but a foul. Babacar Faye got way up.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. So again, you don't get the body, the physicality that you get with Howard, but you get a guy that's quick on his feet and a long reach. Nice block by Faye.
7 blocks tonight for Western Kentucky. Rawls hits the first free throw. That's his 10th point of the night.
I mean, you got shot blockers. That just makes your defense out on the perimeter that much tougher. Because guys know I can get up into the offensive player, and if they beat me, I got the big guy with the long arm of the law waiting down there in the paint. So kind of another facet. The teams have that. It makes their defense all the tougher.
And not only that, it's not all even just the shots they block. Once you know that's a possibility, it affects everything. You're just waiting for the shot blocker. On the move, off the window, soft touch and bucket for Dante Allen.
He's had a really great evening.
15 points leading Western Kentucky. Ball gets it to Cook. He's been quiet the last couple of minutes.
He needs to make something happen.
Guys driving, somehow stops. Well, I tell you, the degree of difficulty, he is a tough shot maker. He doesn't have like the speed or athleticism to just blow by people.
We saw
around Huntsville.
We've had a great week here, haven't we? It's a beautiful city, beautiful weather, great restaurants.
Could not ask for a better host city for this event. It has been fantastic. Western Kentucky trying to make it a fantastic trip for themselves and punch their ticket to the semis. Fay open down low, kicks to the corner. McHenry now going to drive that runner from the free throw line. He is so good at that little runner from the mid-range.
Yeah, and then they've done a nice job, again, just sort of, we talked about New Mexico kind of just trying to make a run, and again, great teams do not let, they've kept this cushion Western Kentucky has and have just prevented them from getting any kind of momentum.
Ball's elbow jumper. Went down on the second bounce, instead pops out, and Western Kentucky going to push it. They feed the post. Fay, kind of a quiet night offensively for him. Kicks it out. They're going to try to go right back to him. Battling down there, lost the handle, steps through, other side of the rim, and lays it in for two. He was not going to give up on that possession, and he gets his first bucket of the ball game.
Yeah, nice move for the big fella around there. You know, lost the handle, but kept his pivot foot. Certainly had the length to reach the other side and reverse that lay-in.
They had a transfer out of College of Charleston. Good pass in the paint. Now they kick it to the corner. Three ball on the way strong. Chased down by Moore, and it's starting to feel like the time of the game where Western Kentucky can start to pull away. Henry, crossover, takes the contact. They wave off the shot. They're going to say it's on the floor. So that'll get us to another timeout. 7:04 to go. New Mexico State trying to hang around, but Western Kentucky starting to put the foot to the pedal.
You really can't overstate.
Flowing in here down here in Huntsville, too, if those two end up squaring off with a trip to the title game on the line.
50 feet. It might be 50 feet of hate. That could be dangerous.
What do you think, though, of that matchup, especially Sam Houston, UTEP? That's going to be a great one.
It really is. And you just hope UTEP can kind of come back with the energy because the tournament shifts and the men go to the earlier games.
Short turnaround.
And Sam Houston has had all day today to rest. I guess that's the advantage of being the 1 seed.
You know, one coach that we talked to here earlier this week said, UTEP is unique enough in what they do. You know, they would be really hard to get on short time to prepare.
Yes.
So you're Sam Houston, you have the day off, which is obviously a benefit, but you didn't know until an hour and a half ago whether you were facing a very unique style in Liberty or a unique style in UTEP, and now you've got to get ready very quickly.
Yeah, now the other side of that is UTEP, and I think it helps them because they play themselves such a unique style.
Right.
It doesn't matter what your opponent is. They're going to play that pressing, trapping, up-tempo style, and so they, you know, again, you're learning some personnel, but you're not changing at all what you're doing.
Sam Houston won both those matchups during the regular season, but I mean that could be a really good ball game. How about the flush? Tyrone Marshall Jr. rising up and throws it down.
Yeah, Fay kind of stepped out of the block to create a lane and then did a nice little shovel pass as Marshall went down the lane for the dunk.
Lob inside. Tiagu had it stripped, got it back, and fouled. Take a look at that dunk just a moment ago.
Yeah, see, so he creates it off the block, just enough of a lane. And again, moving without the ball is kind of a lost art sometimes. And so that was a great heads-up cut and nice find by Fay.
Tiagu back to the free throw line. Hits the first. He has 9 points tonight to go along with 8 rebounds. And I'll tell you, he has earned every one of those
For
points.
sure.
New Mexico State just 5 of 13. Make it 6 of 14 at the free throw line tonight. Kentucky has just been in control here throughout the second half as that foul. They're going to get Oda Cali. And that's going to be, I believe, number 5.
Yeah, he just read his lips, says that's my 5th foul.
So his night comes to an end. What a season he had. 3rd team All-Conference USA. The transfer from Seton Hall. And you know, Jason Hooten said it. He said, the guys on this roster took a chance.
Yes.
They took a chance on me, on our staff, to come to a complete rebuild.
That's right.
And they took a chance on us, and he said, I just really respect them for all the work that they've done here for New Mexico State. And Cali's certainly one of those guys.
I was going to say, he just spent some extra time raving about the season, the kind of person that Oda Cali is, and the leader he's been on this team.
So 6 minutes to go in this one. New Mexico State, you are holding out hope for a run. It's going to be a whole lot more difficult with Oda Cali out of this ball game. As Columbe is going to go to the line. It's 1-1.
Western just continues to run fresh guys in, fresh defenders, and fresh scorers.
Free throw good from Columbe. I mean, there's the physical advantage, obviously. There's also got to be a mental advantage when you're an Ezeagu who is just grinding all game long, and you look up and here comes another fresh body in that's been sitting for the past 6 minutes. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, that can absolutely be mentally demoralizing as well.
12 points for Columbe. He's had a great evening, go on with 7 boards.
Yeah, we talk about needing everybody to make a championship run. Some of the unsung heroes. Columbe has certainly been one of those. Lester here.
That ball loose. It'll go out of bounds and stay with New Mexico State. Yeah, you know, for all the talk about Western Kentucky, how they played coming into the postseason, the 4 straight losses, all it takes, Naz, is one game to feel like we're back.
Yep.
Confidence is high again, and you completely... It doesn't matter what happened in the last 4. It's a new season.
I think they're back.
You're ready to say they're back.
I am. I've been very impressed. You know, the score aside, I think we've seen...
Waved that one off. Did not get the shot off in time. Shot clock violation.
We've seen what Coach Lutz has been asking for the last couple of weeks is defensive intensity. I mean, they're holding New Mexico State down from their average, certainly. And again, the thing they weren't worried about is offense, and they've been electric on that end as well tonight. And, you know, this team spent the greater portion of this season in the 3 spot. I mean, they were one of the top teams in the conference. So, yeah, you go on a little down run, but I think they've rebounded tonight. I think they're feeling good. I think those 4 straight losses are wiped from your mind. That's all it takes is a tournament win, and you're feeling good about yourself moving forward.
Well, you're feeling good if Rodney Howard continues to play the way he's played tonight. Rebound pulled down by Western Kentucky. They just continue to push it. Marshall on the wing, gonna feed the big fella. 2 feet in the paint, left it a little short. Howard has tied his season high with 18 points. Rawls to Cook, left open from 3. That goes down. It's been a good night for Christian Cook. He's done all he could do offensively. 20 points now for the junior guard. Trying his best.
We saw them kind of right the ship, and the last few weeks of the season, they played so well. Came in with a nice, winning 5 out of their last 8, and did exactly what we thought they might do, is create a huge upset to get to that next round.
Think back to that last meeting between Western Kentucky and Middle Tennessee, an absolutely chaotic finish.
That's right.
With controversy, and it was, I mean, what you expect in a fierce rivalry. Like, that's a game that you'll talk about for years to come. And now we get a 3rd chapter, as we assume, if Western Kentucky holds on, we'll get to face them again here in the semifinals. Just under 4 minutes to play. Rawls uses the screen. Hands off to Cook. He's got to start forcing some. He does. That one off the mark, and the rebound pulled down by Tegan Moore.
Yeah, for all the good things that Western has done tonight, rebounding, they talked about winning the glass. They've really kept New Mexico State were one and done the vast majority of the possessions.
Shot up and good. Howard, it was almost like he was going in slow motion. He was looking around like, should I kick it out? No, I guess I'll take it up. He's got his season high 20 points tonight. On top of just what they've done offensively, speaking of Western Kentucky, they've only turned it over 6 times. So they're getting shots every time down. And if you take care of the basketball like that, boy, you are going to have a lot of success on most nights. Tough attempt, no. Iziagu, rebound, puts it in.
He's had a real good night.
He has. 12 points, 9 boards. As we get a whistle and a foul, it's going to go on Cook. Substitution, and checking in for New Mexico State. That's Yak. Comes into the ball game. Got some size, doesn't play a ton of minutes. 6'11", freshman out of Australia.
Good. Now he kind of learned behind Iziagu. He certainly has great size, great body on him.
Lander with the free throw. Lander, another guy that has high major experience. Played his first couple of seasons at Indiana. Was a big-time recruit coming out of high school.
Yeah, and then to come to this program and be willing to kind of come in off the bench.
Yeah.
Again, you talk about you got to go get great players, but they got to fit together. They got to be able to accept their role. And Lander has done a great job. He comes in off the bench, but he's instant offense.
That way, drives, drawing the foul. He'll get himself to the line with 2:27 left. That foul. 10th team foul on Western Kentucky. When you think about what we've seen tonight from Rodney Howard, Babacar Faye, another bigger body, and you think about Coleman Jones from Middle Tennessee, it's going to be interesting to see how that kind of sorts itself out. We saw Coleman Jones pulling Bacho of Louisiana Tech away from the hoop so often on the offensive end. How will Western Kentucky fare against that?
Yeah, and you know they're going to go to Howard and Faye to try to see if they can't get him in foul trouble. And it's nice to be able to throw 2 guys at a guy like that. So I mean, Coleman Jones, he'll have his work cut out for you, but he's got the advantage when they step out. If he can pull those guys away. We saw him with a nice. He's got 3 range, but he's also can put it on the dribble a few times, and so that'll be an interesting matchup to watch.
That Justin Porter, the tough guard against these guards of Western Kentucky, going up against McHenry and Christian Lander. Promises to be a great match. Both those games tomorrow. I mean, it got the championship got interesting. The second Middle Tennessee scored the upset, because that just threw everything into a little bit of chaos. Suddenly the bracket was not going to go the way people thought it might. Now we'll get a chance to renew this great rivalry between Blue Raiders and the Hilltoppers. Another steal. Moore, the flush. And the Western Kentucky faithful on their feet. And why not?
That's right. They have earned this. This is a great performance. It was a gutty, strong performance on both ends.
It's probably a relief in a lot of ways, too, with the way the regular season ended. Some tense times maybe in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Yeah, maybe some doubt setting in, and they have answered the bell and erased all doubt. They've got to be feeling not only good for the win and you're advancing, but the confidence has had to come back in
absolutely
after a win of this magnitude.
Lander, the drive and the foul from behind as Jackson Posey got a piece of him. Here's the dunk a moment ago. The freshman throws it down with the right hand.
Nice pass by Edelin, just laid it off there right in stride.
You know what, and let's mention, I'm glad you mentioned Jack Edelin, because he gave them some really good minutes in the first half. When this was still a ball game, he played really well, not scoring the ball, but 4 assists in just 6 minutes of play. Did a good job in the first half for the Hilltoppers.
Again, everybody knowing your role, accepting that role, coming in, contributing as each individual can.
So Western Kentucky going to empty that bench as they're going to celebrate this win. And I tell you, some guys, when it comes to March, they just have a knack, whether it's just a finger on the pulse of their team or understanding what buttons they need to push. Steve Lutz might be one of those guys.
Yeah.
The success he had at Texas A&M Corpus Christi in the conference tournament and getting to the big dance.
Yeah, you don't want to say they were fragile.
Yeah.
4-game losing streak. You don't want to say the wrong thing and crush their spirits. And so I'm sure those meetings were a little bit tense, but he got them in the right frame of mind. They came out tonight and did everything they needed to do.
Three from Petway. Just over a minute to go in this one. And we are going to get round 3 between Middle Tennessee and Western Kentucky tomorrow. That one's going to tip at 2 o'clock. The semifinals as that 3 goes down. Oh, don't you love it? Tyler Olden.
Did not waste any time.
Just the 6th game he has played all season long. The kid had 3 points all season long. He just doubled his season point total, Naz.
That thing looked good the moment it left his hand.
How about it? This crowd and the bench absolutely love it. Just a great moment for the Hilltoppers as they look to close this one out. So the semifinal games here in this tournament will move on over to CBS Sports Network. You can catch Sam Houston and UTEP at 11:30 Central, 12:30 Eastern tomorrow. Middle Tennessee and Western Kentucky to follow. You never know what's going to happen come March. You never know when it might all click for a team.
Yep.
But what did tonight do for Western Kentucky and their prospects moving forward? Won't have to wait long to find out.
Yeah, I think they're right back in the conversation of making it to the championship.
I'll tell you what, they're a scary group.
They sure are.
They are an absolutely scary group. And their crowd, which has been into this ball game from the tip, they can celebrate now. The Hilltoppers moving on. They advance. They will face Middle Tennessee in the second semifinal tomorrow afternoon.
It's been fun.
How did